Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Prince Magnum channel where hot rodding and romance do coexist. I'm your host, Prince Magnum. Welcome to another one of my live streams. Welcome to In Your Face. And this is a special In Your Face because we're getting back to our roots once again here on the Prince Magnum channel, turning the clock back a good ways. I got asked to do urban survival. So, for those that are not familiar with that, we're going to wait a few minutes, kind of people start kind of joining the live stream, and then we'll start talking about what to expect from this particular live stream, what we hope that to teach, and that sort of thing. Okay, so it's going to be an interesting live stream. We're going to have a lot of fun. I know that a lot of people, quite a few people asked for this, and thought it would be fun to go ahead and kind of turn back the clock to the days when the Prince Magnum channel did do urban survival. Yeah, initially that's what we were going to get into, but times changed and the way that we look at things changed. So that's going to be no exception to the rule. We're just gonna have some fun. All right. So this was suggested by our dear friend, Harold's Random Videos, and who was the last person to suggest this. Quite a few people actually suggested it. Yes, honey. My lovely wife making sure that I get my likes and views. So first things first, we're going to get me a cup of coffee. And then again, we're going to start. This is definitely going to be one. Hey, what's going on, Mike G? This is definitely going to be one of those live streams that there's going to be a lot to take in. We're going to be doing a total of about 3 to 4 different things in this particular live stream. We're going to cram it all in to about 2 hours. A little bit later on tonight, there's going to be a test stream, possibly. We're going to see how it goes from there, and it's going to be a lot of fun, I'm hoping that all goes well. I need to cool this down just a smidgen. It's okay to drink hot lava every once in a while, but doggone it, don't need it that hot. Woo! All righty. So again, tonight is going to be another one of those urban survival live streams that we've done this before. Well, we've not done it like this. Oh no, man! I had a lot of fun doing that one round where we came in something like 4th place. I mean, that was ridiculous. They just kept coming at us. I'm like, dang, man. And about the time that one of us would get healed up, the other one was under fire, and we held our own, though. We held our own. We did good. We did dang good. So tonight we're going to kind of give you guys an idea. Tonight we're going to be starting the process of homemade bread. Tomorrow we'll finish it up. And that'll be like an hour-long stream, and then of course, along with that, that stream that'll happen tomorrow. Along with that stream that'll happen tomorrow. Oh yeah. We actually, if Ian, Princess Faye, you, myself, we probably would have taken that round, but it got ridiculous because Ian and Princess Faye do extremely well in the sniper area. What's going on, Queen? And then you and I could have, basically could have gotten a flank on them and, set up flanks and that sort of thing. So we did good. I mean, it was a tough round. It was a lot of toughness that we dealt with. So tonight, what's going on, Pinky? Good to see you, Queen. We had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun in yesterday's stream, didn't we? We had a great time. Yesterday was exciting. My makeup looked amazing, and almost makes me want to do it again tonight, but we don't need to go that far, So we got a heck of a stream today. We're going to start the beginnings of homemade bread. We will finish that up tomorrow, and I will actually take you through the steps, but we're going to kind of start that today. Along with that, I'm also going to show you guys how to restore. Yeah, I know. We're going to finish restoring a cast iron skillet. This is an old one, a really old one. So we'll talk more about this at about the 10-minute marker. We're also, and basically at the end, towards the end of all of this, there will be some cooking, okay? There will be some actual cooking. We're going to be doing basically what I like to call toasters, okay? These are basically some grilled toasters that anybody could do. And so basically it's like, because you stuck with me this long, we're gonna throw in some cooking, so some actual cooking, not just the prep work for cooking, but some actual prep work. So it's gonna be a lot of fun today. So kind of a heads up, it's gonna be an interesting stream. Okay. While I'm also yapping, I do need to get, yes, I need to get this guy, and we'll talk more. We'll talk more about that. So you are going to need some tools, and you're going to need some specialty ingredients. Be sure that if you yourself want to try anything like this, get out your pen and paper and take down all the information that you feel you need. If you find it beneficial. Okay. All right. So we're about 3 minutes out. I'm doing fantastic. Yesterday was a big stream. When it ended, it said that I had 80 people that had come into the live stream, all total yesterday. But then by this morning, it said 72. So I don't know, YouTube being YouTube, But in urban survival videos, urban survival, this goes way back. And initially, when we did this, there was a lot of focus on, because where I live here in Missouri, okay, Missouri's on a giant fault line, okay, the New Madrid fault line. Now, the last time this fault line went off, I take that back. The time before the last time it went off. What's going on, Hades? There you go. Harold, welcome to the live stream. You asked for this, Harold. You asked for this, okay? Hades. Oh, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah. So you did? Yep. Sweet. So today's live stream is going to be focused on kind of turning back the clock. Initially, when the Prince Magnum channel did kind of start, and we were kind of flexing our muscles, I guess you could say there was the Prince Magnum channel, but we weren't there yet. Okay. Thank you, Harold, for letting us know that. That's what's up. But basically, in today's stream, we're turning back the clock, back to the early days of the Prince Magnum channel. And with what we're going to be doing today, this is going how you doing, sis? Basically, we're going to be setting up, showing you how to either make things that'll help deal with the shortages that continue to keep happening they keep happening where I live, or if there is such a bad shortage, maybe it gets really bad because of the pandemic. This will also help you be able to make things or do things that you can trade or do and get other goods to continue surviving. Eating some good fruit, that's what's up. Okay. So again, today I'm gonna show you guys how to basically make some different things, or to do certain things that'll help you in the long run. So if it gets that bad where you live during this pandemic, you're gonna be okay. All right. So the more you know, the better off you are. And I'm going to say it again and again and again. Knowledge is power. Okay. So. Sis, you Henri cuss. So we're now at that 10-minute marker. Let's go ahead and kind of start beginning to get underway. The first part of this is we're going to, hey, what's going on, Alla? The first part of this particular stream is going to be where we bake up some bacon. Yeah, well, it's been starting to happen here, okay? It's actually been starting to happen here, and it's starting to get bad. Now, there's going to be a couple of things that are going to happen in this particular stream. The first part of this is we're going to take our old, this antique cast iron skillet, and we're gonna finish restoring it. I'm gonna show you guys how to cure a cast iron skillet, and the reason why we're gonna. Hey, that's what's up. Hey, Haggis, Sonny's Raid. That's what's up. So I'm gonna show you guys how to restore a cast iron skillet. Okay. Now this is super important. Cast iron skillets are amazing, amazing, and the reason why I love cast iron so much is you could pretty well do anything. You can make you can use it on your cooktop. You can use it in the oven. You can use it on a campfire, on top of a charcoal grill. Sky's the limit. Shoot, you could probably cook off of a jet engine with cast iron. This stuff is wonderful. And this is an actual antique cast iron skillet. Got this for about 15 bucks at an antique shop. Needed to be restored. So that's actually what we're going to be doing in this live stream. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, you could do pancakes on this. Shoot, you can even deep fry. My famous steak fajitas. Hey, what's going on, Jamie? My famous steak fajitas do not even exist without a cast iron skillet. Okay? So if that's any indication how awesome cast iron is, you guys, I'm telling you right now. So this is actually, I got this for Princess Faye, and this is again, I got this for $15, and I've been meaning to get this restored for quite some time. So we're going to actually finish that up. If you find any light rust in these, okay, any light rust whatsoever, get that out of there. If you got to use sandpaper, no big deal. Don't worry about it. It's not going to hurt these. There you go. I like coconut. Okay, so, but before we could do this, we do need a cooking, and we do need an oil or something to basically coat this bad boy up, top, bottom, inside, including the handle. And I'm going to show you guys how to do all of that. But before we could do that, we do, like I said, we do need an oil. So we're going to even travel further back before the Prince Magnum channel. Further back than the internet. We're going to travel all the way back to when these would have been brand new, okay? And cooking medium here in the United States that was a super popular was bacon drippings. Now, bacon drippings on hand inside the refrigerator, but if refrigeration is a problem, maybe where you live, due to the pandemic, electricity is in short supply, and maybe you're not set up on solar power, wind power, or anything else. Your home isn't set up. Maybe you're like me, live in an apartment complex. Knowing how to do stuff like this, again, refrigeration becomes a problem. So we're going to actually do up some bacon, all right? And this is basically going to be just like normal. How many times y'all heard me say, bake your bacon, okay? Bake it. You're better off. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Let me grab my package of bacon. Okay. What's going on, Simon? My goodness. Big Sonny's Raid. All right. We're going to do up some bacon, and it'll start making sense here in just a moment because we're going to use the bacon for later in the stream, but we need the drippings from the bacon. Ooh, eating Mexican. So wonderful. I love Mexican food. As a matter of fact, yes, sis, a lot of people, a lot of good friends that I've made here on YouTube and on Facebook, a lot of wonderful friends. So again, tonight, that is exactly what we're going to be doing. we're basically diving into that whole urban survival thing. Okay? So the first part of this stream, we're going to be basically doing up some bacon. So for those of you out there who like bacon, well, this is your jam, all right? Hey, what's going on, Roblex? Yes, cast iron skillet. We're going to be curing this bad boy. But bear with me. So I'm going to be doing up some strips of bacon. Now what I'm actually doing, and this isn't necessary, but except for what I'll be doing with the bacon later, is we'll be doing up basically a, well, you'll see. Don't want to give away too much just yet, but we will do some cooking in this particular stream. So let's get our bacon cut. Again, I'm just doing this in halves. And try to fit on as much as you can. Do not overlap if you can avoid it. And again, for our bacon lovers, you're going to love bacon. Besides just cooking up bacon and eating it, the drippings can do so many wonderful things. You can make your own bacon flavored vinaigrette, and of course, you can use it as a cooking medium. Bacon drippings. I'll say it right now, bacon drippings is, we had it right prior to, basically before the Second World War, bacon drippings was the cooking medium of choice for everyone. And I mean everyone here in the United States. So, let's set our oven for 400, for about 400 degrees. We're going to bounce this into a cold oven. The moment that preheat is done, we're gonna start a timer for 15 minutes. Not a minute more and not a minute less. All right. So as soon as I figure out what the flip I'm doing, there it is. Okay, so our timer is now set. The moment that preheat is finished, I hit start and the timer will do the rest, okay? And some microwaves out there do have a timer setting, so we're gonna actually use it this time. We've done two different versions of tacos and they work bad. So, with the drippings, we're going to use the drippings from the bacon to also cure this old cast iron skillet, okay? Wow, so many wonderful people in the live stream. Thank y'all so much. If you are enjoying this, be sure to smash that like button and smash it hard. What's going on, Feldman? So there's the first part of this particular stream. All right, we need bacon drippings, all right? So that's what we're working on. Now, the next part of this is, again, how many times I got to say it? Knowing how to make things that you can trade and all that other stuff. Basically making things that we normally take for granted, say like bread. Believe me when I say being able to do things like that is an absolute must. Now, this is basically an Italian loaf bread that you could buy at your local Walmart. And where I live, it's $1 a loaf. Good stuff. And it's made with quality stuff. What's going on, Miss Kelly? This is a quality bread for $1, okay? It doesn't have a lot of the other stuff that we think of in regular loaf bread, like your Wonder Bread, okay? Hashtag not sponsored. And there's nothing wrong with Wonder Bread or breads like that. There's nothing wrong with it all. But the problem is that this is better for you, okay? Because a lot of the ingredients they put in that other types of bread basically is to extend its shelf life. And when you start getting into preservatives, you can start getting into words that look like they belong on the side of a paint can, okay? And when you start getting into things like that, it doesn't take long. You're now shortening your lifespan. So that's not what we're looking for. So basically, if it says wheat, basically flour, and yeast, and it says salt and some sort of either like sugar or honey or something to that effect, you're in the right ballpark. So thankfully, places like Walmart is starting to ship in actual breads like this, which they don't last super long. Out here in the red, but you can freeze it and you can refrigerate it, which does extend its shelf life. Okay, so there, lecture over on that. So knowing how to make breads like that, that's what we're going to begin today. Now, tomorrow we will definitely finish this up. We'll bake it in a live stream. Okay, and I'm going to ask y'all to hold me to that. All right, hold me to it. So for the first part of this, we're going to take and use a grand total of about 16 ounces of bread flour. Right, yeah, I'm familiar. Well, the same stuff applies in this case. You can change it out however you need to, willy-nilly, and eventually we'll get into other types of breads like a journey bread, okay? Which that dates even further back. Well, it's kind of the bread that you would have heard for those that were poor in the 17 and 1800s, which every country does have their very own, you get the idea. So we've got a grand total of about 16 ounces of bread flour. For those of you across the sea, just apply it. You're welcome to do the conversion. Maybe we might, I didn't get a chance to do the conversion like I normally do, so I'd have the metrics for you guys. I apologize. But if you're willing to, go right on ahead and do the same. So 16 ounces of bread flour. Now, real quick, the bread flour that I have here is actually for bread machines, but I do not have a bread machine. The reason why we go with the ones that are for bread machines is it's a harder flour, better for gluten structure. So we're into gluten breads now. All right, so 10 ounces, plop, right in there, okay? Try not to make a mess like I normally do at this point. Then I've got 11 ounces of filtered or distilled, filtered or mineral water, things like, anything like that. If you've got one of the pitchers that have the charcoal filter, perfectly fine. Be wary. Oh, you don't eat bread? Okay. Be very wary of using municipal city water, because we're going to be using yeast. And when you use yeast, your city waters have a tendency to kill microbes, which is what this is. You see the problem? So don't do that to yourself. We want this to rise, okay? We want the yeast to live until we're ready to kill it in the oven. If you guys catch that, you guys know where I'm going. All right. So we're going to get our skizzers out again. And we're going to open that up for the entire envelope right on the top. Okay. Really? Wow. So, all right. The next thing that we're going to need. No, it does not. It does not. It doesn't have a lot of that stuff. The next thing we're going to need is 2 teaspoons of kosher salt. Now, again, kosher salt is what I use here at HQ. Use whatever salt you like. Just apply it. Just apply the recipe. But this is what we use. All right. So that goes in. We will also need additionally 2 tablespoons of honey. Okay. Now, real quick, this bad idea. Bad idea. Okay, because it gets nasty and gunky. What I do, easy as it gets, 2 good size squeezes is all it is, the way I measure it. Because trying to do it with the spoons, you might as well hang it up. All right. So we're going to pour our water in. I have no idea where I put my whisk. All right, and we're going to whisk that around for just a moment. Oh, there's my whisk. Okay, and make sure you get this whisked around real good. Okay, now it is going to stick inside the whisk. That's to be expected. Now we're going to basically kind of knead this up real good and basically get everything to stick as best we can and start letting things develop. Now, the first stage of this, once you get everything mixed up, the first stage of this process takes a little while. It takes a good long while. As a matter of fact, looking at my recipe, once you get this all meated up together, the first part of this is it takes a grand total of, I kid you not, 10 hours. This is going to sit in the refrigerator for a grand total of 10 hours, okay? Which is why we won't be able to do it all at once until tomorrow, okay? So this is going to be, we'll finish this up in the stream tomorrow. We'll do a short stream on it and finish it up. All right? So we're going to get that out of the way, and we're going to begin meeting this up. How you doing, Carla? Now, again, anybody could do this. Anybody can do this. But we're going to get this all kind of, meated up. And the dough ball will take on whatever it wants as far as the flour goes. But the main objective is to get it worked around to where it's a nice homogeneous mass, okay? And we also need to basically do this meeting, which I'm doing inside of my work bowl here. The reason why we do this is to help begin the gluten structure formation, okay? So this is super important. Now, you can do this with a mixer, but I find that I get better results if I do it by hand, okay? No, this is actually going to be homemade. This is going to be a homemade loaf of bread that we're going to be doing, which we might actually work up to doing pizza sometime. I'll have to pick up the ingredients. Boy, that's going to take a minute. That's going to be an all-day process if done right. Yes. Basically, urban survival, again, this is something that anybody can do. And the objective behind this is to show everyone how to basically make things that they can trade. So if there's any shortages or anything like that, if you can make several loaves of bread. Hey, I got loaves of bread for sale, blah, blah, blah. Well, I don't have any money. Well, what do you got to trade? You see what I'm saying? So it's something that'll help you in the long run. So survival tips, folks. That's the name of the game, urban survival today. And again, Harold's Random Videos was the one who specifically asked for this, okay? So again, our dough ball is developing very nicely, which with what we are doing right now, this also translates to a wonderful crust for pizza, okay? Which we might just have to do that sometime on Surviving Romance. Ooh, homemade pizza? I'm down for that. You all down for that? Wonderful. All righty. So it's beginning to get a little sticky, which is exactly what we want. Now, my hands are covered in dough. Over here in a different work bowl. we're going to basically add some vegetable oil. Not a lot, okay? You don't need a whole lot. But the reason why we're doing that is now we're going to transfer this over and we're going to use that vegetable oil to coat this bad boy up, all right? Helps it perform from getting a kind of a dry skin on it, which is not what we're looking for, okay? So now that we've done that, it only takes a couple teaspoons, okay? Nothing crazy, all right? You're not looking to douse the thing. So this will now go into the refrigerator for a grand total of 10 hours, not a minute less. You can't go more. It's not going to hurt nothing, but I definitely don't, you know. Now, for some of you that are wondering why the refrigerator, and there's a reason why. Okay, if we did this out here, especially with all the hot baking and everything, you know, the cooking and everything else going on, if you did it out here, this would grow into a giant mass, like would take over the kitchen. This amount of dough will totally take over the whole kitchen. So put this in the refrigerator, okay? And you can leave it uncovered like this because we've done everything we can to prevent that skin from forming. So, and I need to make room. All right. So there is the first part of this. Now, currently, we are still waiting on our oven for the preheat to finish. We've got some bacon in there, and again, with the bacon, we're going to use the drippings, and we're going to cure our cast iron skillet. And again, this is actually an antique cast iron skillet. Now, real quick, while I know there's a lot of guys in here right now. Let me say right now, the best engines for cars is made of the same material. This stuff is dense, pound for pound. It's nearly indestructible. As a matter of fact, before cast iron becomes completely useless and brittle, where it's just not strong, it takes over 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit to actually crystallize cast iron and make it brittle. Okay? So if that's any indication how tough this stuff really is, cast iron's the way to go, okay? That's one of the reasons why I like my cast iron engine blocks as opposed to aluminum nowadays, because this stuff is like nearly indestructible. Now that I've said that, I also like it as my favorite cooking vessel. And again, this is for my wife, Princess Faye. I actually got this at an antique shop and been meaning to do this for a little while. So we got about 15 minutes before our bacon is done. Now, let's talk some ingredients for a moment. All right. I mentioned using honey. This stuff has a very long shelf life. If you have not stocked up, you need to. During this pandemic, stock up on things like this. They have extremely long shelf lives. Okay. Stock up on your flours, which we have done. And I mentioned flour earlier. All-purpose flour, okay? Absolute kitchen must. As a matter of fact, I'll say it right now, when I'm doing gravy, all-purpose flour, okay? Then I've got my bread flour, and real quick, again, the bread flour we're using today is designed for bread machines, but it's got a higher protein content, basically making a stronger, denser bread. Okay, this will be perfect for soups. Shoot, you can, as soon as it cools down enough and all that other stuff, you slice into it and you just start spreading butter on it, jelly, whatever your flavor. And this, I mean, you can't beat that type of bread. Shoot, it's a meal by itself. Okay. And then, of course, this gets into some other stuff outside of the bread area. Well, an absolute another pantry must, cornmeal. More on that in another live stream. All righty. So those are the types of bread making stuffs that I kind of keep around. Now, all-purpose flour, good for pancakes, good for, gosh, I mean, it's all-purpose for a reason. Okay, so here in the oven, again, we've got bacon. Over here, we've got our cast iron skillet they're going to be doing up, and then towards the end of the stream, I'm going to make my special toaster sandwiches. You guys are going to love this. We're going to break out that Italian loaf bread that I showed earlier in the live stream. And I'm going to show you guys how to make probably the greatest toaster sandwiches you're ever going to have. The best. You're not going to get any better. And if we don't have anybody screaming, I'll be right over, then I didn't do my job right. Okay. This is the sort of stuff I love doing. Okay. I'm telling you, this is the exciting stuff. So, this is the part that I hate, waiting. Normally, whenever I'm doing an edited video, I actually will cut this section out. And because, I mean, it's like, it fades to black, comes back in, and then I'm still going on and on about what we did. Now, I'll also add it again. We've talked about salt before, and a review never hurt. We use a lot of kosher salt. I like the jagged flakes on it, and it doesn't have iodine in it. What's going on, Trent? Right. I know, Queen. What's going on, Trent? We got a lot going on in this stream. Already started the beginnings for homemade bread. That's in the refrigerator. We'll be finishing that up tomorrow in a live stream. We're going to be curing a cast iron skillet. I'm baking some bacon, and I'm going to show how the bacon drippings can help us cure that cast iron skillet right there. And I'm still going to do some cooking and make some of the finest toaster sandwiches this side of the Mississippi. All righty. So a lot going on, right? But that's the whole thing. All in one live stream. We're going to make it happen. Okay. We're going to make it happen. Promise. I could do this. I got this. So currently right now, we've got about 10 minutes to go. But at about after 5 minutes of having this in the oven, your bacon in the oven, keep an eye on it. Okay. And if you got one of those fancy fang dangle lights, that turns on in the oven, use it. Because the moment that all of the fat cooks out of the bacon, we got a problem. It's easy to burn after that. So don't do that to yourself. Okay. Burnt bacon is cool to some people, but not to everybody. So, okay, everything's looking hunky-dory. I'm happy with that so far. And again, the drippings from the bacon that we cook in this live stream will also be used to cure an old cast iron skillet. And I have no idea how old this thing is. All I know is I got it from an antique shop.
Are you talking about calcifer?
Yes.
Yay!
Now, there's another tool that we're also going to need for curing this cast iron skillet. And it's an absolute must. You're going to need another pan. Okay. So when it comes time, I'll explain all of that. Okay. But, well, actually, let me start explaining it now. The bacon drippings, we're going to basically use a clean towel, and we're going to coat everything on this thing. All right. And I mean everything. The inside, the side walls, the outside, even the bottom, right down to the handle. Okay. Because I've seen a lot of people not take these steps. And let me say right now, when people make that mistake, I made that mistake once, and you end up with bullshit like that. Look at that. I'm going to actually have to take my favorite cast iron skillet, take it back down, and re-cure it. Okay. Shouldn't have to do that if you take good care of them. I made that mistake. So, there you go, Queen. So we're going to do that to this one, and then I'm going to show you how to properly store it, okay? All in the same live stream. It's going to be amazing, all right? Now, this little pan is going to help with that, because once we get that to the point, we're going to basically put it inside your latest video. Okay. We're going to put it inside a 350-degree oven, and we're going to let it cure for an hour, okay? So this might get a little long-winded, but it'd be worth it. Trust me. Actually, even if it doesn't get that long-winded, it's going to be fine. So the next part of this is once we get the bacon out and get it off the racks, we're going to basically plate that up, set it aside. Then we're going to use the drippings pretty well right away. While it's still warm, coat the inside, the outside, even the handle. Then we're going to put it, while that's going on, we're going to turn the oven down to 350 degrees. We're going to take and turn it over and lay it on top of a rack. On the rack just underneath it, we're going to set that pan right like that. That way, if there is any anything that drips off of the pan, it'll land right here and it won't be in the bottom of the oven. Common sense. So that's what we're going to be doing. And this cast iron skillet will be fantastic and perfect to use. Okay. And again, I got this for Princess Faye. I forgot when I got it for you.
It was for my birthday last year, I think.
Was it for your birthday?
Yeah.
Okay. I got this for Princess Faye for her birthday. She wanted a really good cast iron skillet.
I needed a small one.
She wanted a small one. The problem is these big ones like this, you can just about lift weights with them. You can do your dang weightlifting, okay? These, not so heavy. And if I get out of line, Princess Faye can straighten me out. She can straighten out my twisted mind if y'all catch my meaning. I know there's some ladies that are going to be laughing about that. You're whacked upside the head with your cast iron skillet. Boy, that is country bumpkin right there, isn't it? Princess Faye it just said, I didn't think I should be offended, but it's too funny not to be. So, yeah, it'll sound just like this. Oh! If I can even get the O out. I might be unconscious after that if I'm out of hand like that. But cast iron skillets are amazing. I love cast iron. As a matter of fact, besides this one, I've got my big one over here. And for hamburgers, love this guy. Perfect for hamburgers at home and pancakes. Gosh. And I can even do grilled cheese on it too, but we're going to use that one. So we're under the 5-minute marker. Let me double check my bacon. Oh yeah, that's looking great. Looking great. So in about 5 minutes, we're going to pull that. We're going to pull the bacon out. We're going to start turning down turning down our heat right away to 350. Okay, and then y'all might have to remind me. This is a lot to remember all at once. A lot going on in this stream. A lot going on in this stream. It's going to be a lot of fun though. Promise. And again, everything that you guys will see me do in some way, shape, or form, if Western civilization breaks down, if you believe in the zombie apocalypse, if you're one that you see that there's going to be more shortages due to the pandemic, hey, what's going on, Bible? Well, we're not just doing any cooking. This is a survival cooking episode. It's outside the purview of surviving romance. So we've got bacon going right now, and we started the beginnings of homemade bread, which is in the refrigerator right now. You honored cuss, Bible. Wouldn't have you any other way, man. But again, we're going to be curing up this antique cast iron skillet. And again, I already cleaned it up, got it ready to go. So I can't wait to see what the results are on it. Now, again, I love cooking with cast iron. You could deep fry with it. You could pan fry. Gosh, it's kind of like, what can't you do with it? You know, that's the real question. Shoot, you can even use it as if your stove gets hot spots, put it down on there. You ornery. Where's he? I don't know where he is. I think he's still in his stream working, doing his thing. So again, tomorrow we'll finish up the homemade bread. It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be great. I've already done like a total of I've already done bread a total of 3 different times, and it's been fun. I've enjoyed it. Okay, we're getting close. Sorry, I was hung up. I was hung up today. I've been busy today. Been very busy today, V. We had to take one of the cars over for brand new tires on the back. And then on top of that, I'm having to go through all the new parts for the new transmission. We got in the next new part. Been busy today. Been very busy today. And I might be live streaming a video game later on. I don't know. Well, it'll be a test stream. I'm still learning some things, So that is our plan right now. You know what? I'm happy with that. Let's go ahead and get out our oven mitt. Bacon. Let me grab a plate. Don't want to let this cool off too much. We're going to get this started back down to 350. Oh. Well, let's go Stang. All righty. From here, we don't need those. And please don't do what I do and try to incinerate your fingers. We're going to take a little bit of our bacon drippings. We're going to just basically put it right inside the cast iron skillet. Don't need a whole lot. Gonna wipe it around real good. Just coat it up. Coat it up real good. Probably going to use all of it too. Get everywhere. Again, top, bottom, inside, outside. Spare no expense, okay? Last bit of the bacon drippings. Into a 350-degree oven for, where's my timer? Timer. Up. 1 hour. Put your rack, put your pan on the rack just underneath it. And there we go. That'll cure it. All right. Using the same bacon drippings that you can use to make gravy. You can deep fry with it. Again, it's, believe it or not, it's actually not as bad as some people might think. Bacon drippings we found, again, after World War II, that became a thing of the past. So we're bringing back some of the past. But those past things, I mean, here we got people living, how long now? Come on. Actually, real quick, V, I'm the one who's been doing the dishes, okay? You calm yourself. I'll be the one cleaning it later, guaranteed. Okay. Let's get out our Italian loaf bread. Get out one of my custard cups. I don't care. Get out my silicone brush. You know what? I don't think. I've never tried. I imagine because it's cured and has a lot of salt in it, they might be, they might not. Should be okay. All righty. Then I'm going to reach over here and grab my classic or cold pressed olive oil and a little bit right in like such. I'm going to start my cast iron skillet. We're going to get the temperature up a little high. Grab my big one. Grab the big cast iron skillet. And I'm basically going to coat up the bottom. Go. Don't need that anymore. And then we're going to do two different versions of this. We've got some honey smoked ham, and of course, we've got our bacon. Of course, we're going to need cheese for this too. Bam! I'll wake y'all up. Gotta wait for our cast iron skillet to get warm. And again, inside the oven, we've got our antique cast iron skillet curing. We don't even need the light on. Just leave it. It'll be just fine. 350 degrees. And for those of you across the pond, again, I apologize. I didn't take the time and do the conversion. Shame on me. Using that Americanized. Ha! You ornery cuss. Man, you're on it tonight. I say the abuse I go through here on my channel. And simultaneously, I'm also going to be taking and coating these up with the same olive oil. All right. And we're going to make a lot of these because I'm hungry. And I know the missus is hungry too.
I was very hungry.
You was very hungry? Okay, I'm on it.
Zelda, stop it.
Okay. And there we go. Now, the first part of this is I've never had one not go sideways the moment I put it down in there for the first couple. But we're going to try. Where's the cheese? Yeah. I've never been called that before. They said I was like Bob Ross with that brush. I'll take that as a compliment. I'm losing my mind, guys. Easy. Ha! I don't care if Gordon Ramsay's watching. Gordon Ramsay can kiss my... Anyhow. I think he's a jackass. You know? But that's my opinion. I can't say too much. He was nice to a kid. About the only time he's been nice. Don't you pick on these. These are one of Princess Faye's favorites. Doesn't matter what they go on. You can still kiss my ass. Anyhow. All right. These are the ones for Princess Face. She wanted the ones with the ham in it. I'm going to have the ones that have the bacon in it. Doesn't matter. We are doing toaster sandwiches, basically, like grilled cheese, but only add a little bit more. So, for Princess Face, she gets ham, honey smoked ham. And I will do the bacon. She was the one that she basically said, "This is what I want." Okay, cool. Excellent.
Fred says what kind of sandwich?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
It just showed up for me.
Ah. Ever make Monte Cristo? No, I haven't, but I need to. And again, you know what? We might just make a little bit more than this. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. Ooh, that does sound good. That does sound good. Now I'm going to have to try to make that. To answer your question, we're using cold pressed olive oil. Swapping that out. Don't have to use butter on everything. I know some people think you do, but and to answer your question, Queen, we'll leave the front door open. And say Queen always says, where's mine? And it's like front door's open. One of these times she's probably gonna say she's actually gonna show up. Be like, well, right over there. Make yourself at home. There we go. There we are. And got a lot left for a regular sandwich. Really? Wow. So, all total, be about 5 sandwiches each. Ooh, now that's cool. As soon as that one comes up, all right, honey, you're going to have a total of 5 sandwiches. Oh my goodness, tons of time. So, that's talking about Star Wars. More of a Star Trek fan myself. One last one. There we go. Yes. You'd be surprised how much this guy eats. I eat like a horse all the time. Well, Queen, I told you the front door's open. Bacon turned out amazing. No, no. My goodness. No, I've got 5. I'm good. Yep, no more of those. I know where you were going with that. No. And am I good? Navi, no. That's been dealt with a long time ago. No. No more for us. I have 5 total. No, not really. There you go. Hey, honey.
Like, you're gonna have to bring it to me. I'm in the middle of a royale.
There we go. Stealing sandwiches, huh? That's what's up. And of course, so we got a lot done in this stream. And you can see our dough ball. We'll bake this up tomorrow. Okay, we're definitely going to bake this up tomorrow. It's going to be cool. All righty. Oh, goodness. All righty. That's good. So, not bad. Not bad. We got a lot accomplished in this stream. Bacon and cheese toasted sandwich. We got a cast iron skillet in the stove. Being recured, an antique one at that. And we also got the beginnings of homemade bread. Not bad. And that was, again, all in one stream. And we even got a little time to kill. About a half an hour. When that bad boy comes out, it's going to be ripping hot. And we'll just touch base on what has to happen next and then how it's properly stored. It's ridiculously easy.
Thank you for the nom-noms, although I didn't anticipate this freaking many.
Good?
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll finish this up. We'll go have a cigarette. We'll kill a little bit of time. Talk about what's yet to come. By the time we get done with that smoke, it'll be getting close to time when that cast iron skillet also comes out. We'll have to do homemade pickles again. Do pickled jalapenos. It's going to be really cool. Do pickled jalapenos. And, well, we'll have to just do some pickling again. Last time we did that, a lot of people enjoyed it. I'm sorry, V. It is good. If you're sitting there saying you're hungry, then I did my job right. I did my job right. So let's go do something that Queen's going to yell at me for. We're going to have a smoke. All right. And right now we're just killing time. We have actually beat the clock. I wanted to finish this, basically have everything done. I would love to. I don't know how it would be, by the time I got there. But drop it UPS. No, we did good this stream. Yes, Smoky Smoke. We're actually doing really good on today's stream. I want to have all this accomplished, basically, to be at the stage. How's little Zelda? She's actually laying with Princess Faye. Now, later on, after the stream, I will be... Oh, man. I'm sorry. Well, these are cigars. I don't think... Congratulations. I'm still struggling with that. I'm still struggling. It's a nervous habit that I'm still shaking, Now tomorrow we'll finish up that loaf of bread, which I'm going to be working on it all through the night. Not too much to see other than, I probably could, make a lot, you can't really do it live. It's just one of those things you really can't do live. So at about, 10 hours from, when this stream started, I'll be basically kind of meeting. Wow. Yeah, that's ridiculous. The pack, the kind that I get here in the US, these cost me they cost me actually less than $1 US. Well, now it depends on what brand. Some brands can go up to $6 a pack, okay, for a pack of these. But for these, they're literally about 96 cents here in the United States. Cheap, you can get them, and they're not bad. They're not bad. I do smoke menthol because I got allergies, like really bad. Well, most of the tobacco is is not made in you guys' country. It's usually grown here in the US. And our farmers hike up the prices. Yeah. You guys are our country's pulling highway robbery when it comes to smoking. But they're about $6 a pack. Yeah, they're about $6 a pack. There used to be, now see, believe it or not, I do still like occasionally smoking a non-filtered cigarette. Now, I know a lot of people are like, good Lord, Prince Magnum. Yeah, those are strong. I like a good non-filter. I love them. I used to like getting Lucky Strikes or the Pall Mall non-filters, but now Pall Mall doesn't even make their non-filters anymore, and you can't even get Lucky Strike. During the Second World War, they issued my grandpa in his rations they would issue Camel non-filters. So after the war, he wouldn't touch a Camel cigarette to save his life, all the way up until he passed. He hated the Camel. He hated Camel cigarettes all the way until his passing for good reason. He wouldn't touch Hershey's. I see. I use in mine. I use a tobacco flavor, and it right. I get it. The problem that I have is my hands have to be doing something. Easy, you perverts. But my hands have to be doing something. So because of that, the vape is just slows down. I usually go through about a pack of these every day and a half, which is not bad for me. Really? Try the bubblegum flavor? I might have to try that then. The problem is when I... But, it's just one of those things that, smoking kind of relaxes me a little bit, slows me down. It's what I like to do when I'm thinking. Not out the ears, but, having a cigarette. A lot of times I'll have, if I'm having a hard time figuring out what I'm going to be doing in a live stream that day or anything like that, immediately I'll light up come outside, I'll light up a cigarette, and usually by the end of that cigarette, I know what we're going to be doing that day. And it's just one of those things, I have a real good idea what's going to be going on that day. Now, tomorrow, I know, I'm going to have to try that now. I'm going to have to try that, V. Thank you for that tip. I'll have to look at doing that. Now, come tomorrow, tomorrow's stream, we're definitely going to be probably getting into, we're going to do a short stream and finish up that bread. And then later on in the evening, depending on how my test stream goes tonight, we'll determine what we'll be doing tomorrow. So a little bit later on tonight, there'll be a test stream that we're going to do. And if I like what I see, then we're definitely going to rock it. Okay? And if not, then we ain't. Yes, I'm on Facebook. Yes, I am on Facebook. But I found that getting on Facebook, it is a little difficult for those of us, separated by the ocean. Yeah. So I think you've got my email still. Shoot me an email and I'll send you all the information. Yeah, most definitely. Add me. Because I always, I'd love to have a chit chat with you sometime, because you'd probably be able to walk me through some stuff on OBS that I'm still exploring, and probably save me a lot of heartache. Hang on a second. Actually, I'm not able to at the moment. I don't think I can. Hang on. Hey, honey.
What?
Are you still on my stream?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I can be. What's up?
Oh, wait a minute. Queen's suggesting not. Yeah, we got that problem with the troll still.
We're not supposed to talk about it anymore.
Right. That's actually in a special video where I'm going to be kind of explaining the, how we're dealing with it. I can't say anymore. We talked about it yesterday, and we're supposed to let it lie from there. We'll just say that the police are now involved. Well, it's one of those things that we don't want to leave it up for very long. Give me a second. I'm done with my smoke, which I know Queen's happy with. We're killing time so we can, not that time did anything to us. Okay. Yeah, here, show you, that's our timer there. That's how long we got. Yeah. I'm scared of the dark. Somebody hold me. Oh, you did? Okay, sweet. All right. Even better. Okay. Yeah, I just seen it pop up. I'll grab it right after the stream. You the man. I was gonna say I'm hooked up with Mike G and Gavin John. Yeah, in urban survival, we do some cooking, but mostly it's focused on what you could do in case things go sideways. So we're on the 20-minute stretch of this, and when this thing comes out, we wipe it out real good, we coat it up with oil, and we store it. That's really all that's left. So, and of course, eating the food that we made. McDonald's. Work food? Oh, shoot. I get tired of work food. I'll eat one meal there a day, and that's only because I get it free. Which I'm off tomorrow, even better. You have a McDonald's question? All right, try me. What's your McDonald's question? I might be able to answer it. Now that's a good question. The McRib is only a seasonal thing. It usually starts in the late winter. Well, at about the beginning of winter, and it lasts for about a month. The reason why you only do the McRib as a seasonal thing is because what we call the UHCs, Universal Holding Cabinet. I can actually, and the problem is that as a seasonal thing, basically when you do the McRib, you do it on the they basically use like a barbecue sauce, and it has to marinate in that barbecue sauce. After it comes off the grill, there was a McPizza at one time, but the problem is that as the moisture cooks out of that barbecue sauce, basically the steam kind of rises and sticks to the top of that UHC and leaves a nasty residue. So imagine trying to clean that out at night. So when you're closing the store and everything, imagine you got to scrub that cabinet out. It is nothing but a nightmare. And I'll tell anybody right now, if they ever said we're not going to do the McRib this year, I would be the first to scream, jump, and shout for joy, because it is absolutely a nightmare. Now, you asked about the portion size. Well, most people don't realize this. A couple of years ago, the pork farms, all the pig farms here in the U.S. got hit hard with some sort of disease that was going around killing pigs. This is why the price of bacon has actually went up here in the U.S. Along with that, the price of pork actually went up here in the U.S. altogether. Not a lot. Certain cuts still stayed cheap, but a lot of the other cuts dropped. Okay, thank you. Appreciate that. So that's one of the reasons why they had to cut back on the portions a couple years ago. And they've just kind of left it that way because the pork farms are still struggling. Now, V brought up the McSpaghetti and the McHot Dog and the McPizza. Those were failed products. The McPizza, who wants to wait around at a McDonald's for a half an hour waiting for their order? Nobody. So that was the problem. Now, I do believe the last I heard in some places up in Canada, you could still get the McPizza. The McPizza will probably never come back here in the U.S. You got to remember, what's going on, Supreme Anime? Welcome to the live, my friend. Now, along with that, the McSpaghetti just never really caught on. Basically, that actually... well, the McRib will be back later this year. They will bring it back. They do every year. That's what's up. That's what's up, Supreme. That's what's going on. For those who don't know, Supreme Anime is actually a co-worker of mine. He's actually a co-worker of mine. Very intelligent man. Very knowledgeable. I believe he actually probably built his own. Wouldn't surprise me. But that's what's up, you know. He's very knowledgeable on computers, and just highly intelligent. You know, it's just one of them things. You know, I know some smart people. I mean, we're all smart in our own way, but he's like super intelligent. And then you mentioned the McHot Dog. That just never really caught on, you know. Burgers and fries, you know, that's going to be, you know. Well, V, I don't know. You guys be pretty close. I know you both are pretty smart, so it's hard to say. There you go. Yeah, both of you guys, I know you both are pretty doggone smart. Oh. Too dang smart for your own good. So we're down to about 16 minutes. I've seen some of your setup. Put everything I do to shame. That's okay, though. And yesterday, my old partner, Jammin' John. Hey, what's going on, Mike G? My old partner, Jammin' John, was in here. Oh, be right back. Okay, Queen. He was in here. He's pretty knowledgeable on computers. He taught me a few things. Basically how to make, you know, cheap computers operate really well. And I mean, he would look at them and just go, okay, here's what we need to do. There you go. Dang, that's expensive for something that goes squeak, squeak. Wow. You guys talk all this tech stuff, and I'm not that good at it. You know, I'm just not that good at it. Yeah. That's funny. Okay, we're going to check in on our cast iron. Oh, that's looking great. Looking great. I actually almost feel confident enough to pull the sucker out, but we're still going to go ahead and finish. See, you guys do computers, and cars are my thing. You know, that's my thing. I love working on cars. You know, and there's nothing wrong with having a hobby. Gosh dang it, you got to be good. You know, there's got to be something you're good at. Everybody has something they're good at. And cars are my thing. You know, I do what I enjoy, and I would hope you guys do the same. The more you know, the more you know. But again, we're on the home stretch. And real quick, let's adjourn to the office for just a minute. No, you're a lot good. Supreme actually better than you could do more things than just that. I know better. Well, if it ever does become a problem, we'll talk. If you ever feel it does, we'll talk. You know that. That's rough. That's when you know it's rough. I've only been married once, and I'm still married to her. But I figure I would go ahead and come in here and show you guys something really cool that I got for my birthday. It's an early birthday present, but it's so cool. So let me show you. For those who do not know, I am the hugest Legend of Zelda fanatic. And Princess Faye got me this. A replica of the Master Sword. Now, this is a replica. You cannot use it. I thought this would be a great opportunity to show it off again while we're waiting. Isn't that nice? Got it on Amazon. Now, you cannot use this for real, okay? So you can actually tell. I can touch. It's meant for decoration only, but it's still cool as heck. And this is supposed to be the one that you'll find in Ocarina of Time. Isn't that cool? Even got the little Triforce emblem right there. Okay. There you go. I love it. But I thought you guys would like to see that. That's my birthday. This was my birthday present. Just anyhow, nice looking scabbard to go with it. I like that. That's nice. Princess Faye set me up, all right. I like it. I mean, it's really nice. And next week, Friday, is my birthday. I turn a grand total of 41. My goodness. I can't believe I'm turning 41. I'm getting old on y'all. But how do you get old? By living life. So there you go. But this is my first fantasy sword ever. I've got swords, but this is my first fantasy sword, But I knew there was a few of you that'd like to see this. That's my birthday present. All righty. And we got one of the new parts in. We'll talk more about car parts tomorrow. Why didn't we get the real one? That's a good question. Because don't need the real one. I mean, this is still pretty cool. I like it. Oh, you hush yourself. I like this. Don't you dare. There we go. And it, oh yeah, anyhow. I love it. Don't you dare take it from me. So we got that now to add to my collection. No, I haven't. So the next part of this, the tail end of this stream is we're going to go ahead and pull the, we're going to pull out the that cast iron skillet. Use the sword for cooking next week. Nah, I've got an idea that we could do. How did I get it? Bought it. Amazon. In my case, though, it would just it
Someone's asking you about the sword.
made.
No. Constructed from him.
Right. I would have gotten it by conquering labyrinths. Oh, you onrucus. But anyhow, so that's pretty much, what we're just kind of chilling out right now. And like I said, the last part of this, we're going to go ahead and pull that one cast iron skillet out. You guys can see it fully cured. And then I'll show you guys how to properly store it. That's really about it. In this case, I would have conquered dungeons, going back to the original. Plus 3 spirit stones. Yeah. No. You get a sword from an old man in a cave, and all he's got in there is fire pits. Creepy old man in a cave with some fire pits, and then you go out and you start conquering labyrinths. That's how you get the master sword. Once you get 12 heart containers, you're okay. Oh man. Oh, no, you don't kill the Deku tree. I think that actually did happen though at one point. I'll have to look into my Legend of Zelda lore. There's quite a few of the games I haven't got to play, and I enjoy them. I enjoy the games. I did try out Ocarina of Time, and I really didn't like it. And I did play a little bit on Majora's Mask, and I just wasn't a fan. I mean, the game engines were, but in the original, oh really? Ocarina of Time? Okay, I'll have to look at that. Yeah. No, this is still nice. This is still nice. I like this. Replica goes a long ways. So, all right, we're on the home stretch. So let's head back into the kitchen. I figured I'd show off the. Oh wow. Really? Now I'm gonna have to take a look at that. I have to take a look at that. Wow. Everyone blames you for the death. Oh wow. I didn't get that far in it. Like I said, I really didn't enjoy it. It just one of those things. I wasn't a huge fan of it. But I did enjoy it.
Are you talking about Ocarina of Time?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's right. After you do collect the stone from him, he sends you on one last mission and he dies.
Alrighty.
It's sad.
Really?
Right, Zelda? I'm gonna get you a cat tree and I'm gonna name it Daisy.
There you go. One cast iron skillet, completely and totally. That's arguable. We'll have to dive into that at a later date. Mm-hmm. Okay. But there you go. One cast iron skillet, all done. All we gotta do is let it cool down, coat it up with cooking oil, and put it away. That's it. And don't forget to turn off the dang oven. Gosh darn you.
Is the rust all gone?
Mm-hmm. It's all gone. That's it. That's as easy as it gets. So, I'm going to top off my coffee cup. See, a lot of people really like Ocarina of Time, which, for the record, I'm just going to say it real quick. My personal favorite, for good reason, is still the original. And see, you got to remember, even though it's 8-bit, even though it's top down, I like it because of the simple fact that it's original for a reason. Right? Well, Let me explain. If the original hadn't have been the success that it was, would we be talking about Legend of Zelda all these years later, having this conversation? It had to be a hit for a reason. Okay. So, in order for Legend of Zelda to carry on the way that it did, it had to start somewhere, and that somewhere had to be a big hit. That's why I like the original. It's kind of like, it's like anything. V's a great guy. He really is. He's a great guy. I've known him now for a good long time. Exactly. And of course, for the record, I do like Donkey Kong. So that does bring it. So now we're pretty well done. Cast iron skillet's all done. We've got the start of homemade bread. There you go. You guys probably have a lot of fun. And V is actually a lot more successful than me. He's very knowledgeable, very talented, hardworking guy. I'm telling you right now, anybody who hasn't hooked up with Viable Solutions definitely missing out. I enjoy it. When I can get over to his streams, they're amazing. I mean, just blows my mind. He'll talk about, yeah. No, you work hard, man. You work real hard, and you're good at what you do. And a lot of times, if you don't, he's one of those ones, if you don't know how to work on if you don't know something about a computer, he's the one that you want to pick the brain of. Believe me, he'll very knowledgeable, very knowledgeable. Then again, so is Supreme Anime. He's another one that's just amazing with computers. So a lot of times, these are the guys I have to turn to when, and of course, my old partner, he occasionally has something that he hadn't taught me yet. Honey, you're amazing in so many ways. I could start and not even be able to stop, so don't even. Well, I'm telling you the same thing. Welcome back, Queen. Cast iron skillet's out of the oven. It's all taken care of. We're in good shape. We are in real good shape. So, I still got a video to load for you, Queen. And then we got a test stream to do tonight. And that'll determine how tomorrow looks. And then that's it. I got to figure out what we're going to do Monday. Tuesday is my day off. Oh, shoot, I definitely need to tune in. Dang, I need to tune into your channel. But that's pretty much the excitement right now. We're on the home stretch. I am going to end the stream just a few minutes early than usual today. See, I've got an Alienware laptop. Yeah, that I've been playing Fortnite on. No jokes about that. We've been having a lot of fun getting the gang together and playing on Fortnite. It's just, I'm having a good time, and that's really, if you're going to play a video game, have fun, come on. So that's where we're at. So that does bring us to a spot where we can kind of start. Well, I also play Minecraft. And I've also got this game on there from Steam, but I can never stream it. I'm not at work tomorrow. It won't be till Monday until I get back to work. Right. There is a game, though, that... for those of you, if you got a Steam account and you don't mind a dirty game every now and again, Breeders of Nephilim, I definitely recommend. I could never stream it. It's a dirty game. It's a very dirty game. Probably. That's funny. I don't care who you are. What's going on, Daniel? Live forever. It's good to see you, buddy. So we are, you're just in time. We're actually getting ready to wind down the stream for the evening. Yeah. So yeah, I definitely recommend it. If you know, it's a free game. And I will definitely recommend that if you don't mind playing a dirty game, it's definitely worth your time. Okay. If you got the link, V, if you got the link, to drop it, so we could get to that video. Be sure to drop the link. Okay. There you go. Now myself, I'm still waiting for Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. I'm still waiting. Nintendo, get on the stick. I've heard that it's been delayed. That the release date was at the tail end of August. I don't know if it still is, but I have been told that. There you go. I've been told that we're still waiting. So, because of the pandemic, that Nintendo's had to kind of push back the release date. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, so that's where we stand. So if you had not, we are getting ready to wind down the stream for the night. If you have not had a chance to drop a like, be sure to do so at this time. It was an amazing stream. We had a lot of fun. Like I said, tomorrow we'll finish up the homemade bread. So that'll be definitely, that's on the agenda for tomorrow. Princess Faye made those. Princess Faye made these. The fuzzy dice. You're going live after this? All right. I'll be there. There you go. So, all righty. That brings us to our usual spot. Again, thank you all for being here with me. It's been a lot of fun. Yep, Princess Faye made them. You need to know what happens after 3, huh? All right. She would be able to tell you a lot better than I could. But basically, she took like this plastic canvas and yarn and made these. So, yep. They were hanging up in spirit for a long time, but it kept yanking the mirror off the windshield. So we had to take them off. All right. Yeah. And I'm sure she'll tell you how to do it. All righty. So that brings us to our usual spot. Again, thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. And as always, get out there and work on a project. I don't care what it is. Just do something with yourself. Remember, idle hands and a creative mind. Idle hands and a creative mind go together like oil and water. If you have a sweetheart, sweep them off their feet and do something special for them today. And as always, for all of you out there, if no one out there has told any of you that they love you, Prince Magnum does. God bless you and have a happy 24.